Hello and welcome to Heroes of History. This time we have a few new features here to show you, and actually one feature and one event. Now the new event here is it's a Titanic event, Journey of the Titanic. It somewhat looks beautiful looking from here, and you can do the usual stuff here ×5 and do all of these and get some daily specials. I don't think that is too much different, and of course I haven't used any more thing yet, so I'm unranked here. But as you can see, there's plenty if you wanna spend it and end up in gold. I can earn currency by jumping back to where it was, and the event is 21 days again. And the interesting thing here is of course the new things here. And here the anti-Kythera mechanism. It has level 10 and a lot of stars, has 67 attacks, 41 defense. The anti-Kythera mechanism intricately enhances combat capabilities, expanding the duration of stuns by 10%. Nice. And I like to use that stun guy, that music guy, not Mozart, I think it's Beethoven. And additionally, it amplifies the holer's damage dealt to stun targets by 10% too. So, it seems like the obvious place to put him, or this item. I'll get that a few levels up. That's the usual sigils here to make it better. And of course, there's the 4-star item here. And 14 attack only, and 41 defense. So it's a defender thing. It's a guardian lion, so it's kind of obvious out of the name. And this relic, the Guardian Lion, empowers its holder to resist control, allowing him to ignore the next instance of being stunned every 11.70 seconds. So every almost 12 seconds you can ignore a stun. That's not bad, especially not if someone's trying to stun you all the time. So there's at least one hero that can work. But other than that, there isn't a lot of things here. Apart from what's usually here, it's a Aquila standard here as one of the secondary relics, and the Ouroboros, and also a nice one. You can get an Aquila standard extra up here too. Ouroboros up front here. And is there, there's anything else, and you get a lot of this dust if you get far enough. And that's really up to you how far you get. Now let's see here in event currency. It's not different if I remember correct. 1 for the stamina, 2 for World Wonder crates filled, and arena battlefields another 10 points. So basically standard, and someone is way more into it than I am. I'm so much behind, but I can live with that. Now to the feature that you most likely have tuned in to watch here is the historic battle and what it encompasses. But let's tune into it and see if I can do better than the last time. I heard someone telling me a wonderful fairy tale about how to help it out here. Now first off here, you got a left lane and a right lane, and that's 2 separate battles, but you need to win both to win this one. And basically here I can win this side, and I have upgraded Minas here because he wasn't winning his fair share of the battle. And now I'll put in a Kinshi Wanhao, because I read something, someone said that he can heal the gate here, so you're basically holding the gates of Orleans. Now as you can see, it's area damaging heroes, and it's also manipulators, but basically no healers. But that's okay, because those units attacking here, they don't attack you. They only attack the gate. They ignore you completely. So your job is basically to, kill them before they reach the gate. So this is where it's ironic with Kin here, because if it's really true, then when they start knocking at the gates, if you can actually heal the gate at the same time as damaging all those minions come running here, well, that's sort of brilliant, and I would need to I would really need to make him stronger, which he isn't. Well, he isn't too strong as it is right now. As you can see, there's a counter up here that counts how many units you have killed so far, and there's also how many you need to end up killing before winning. That means you can basically look at the gate here and see how much health it loses, and if it's going down too fast, well, that's an issue. Oh, he does actually heal the gate. Can you see that? Well, that's a nice trick to share with you. You need to use Ken when you do this, especially if there is a lane that's tougher than the rest, because that really helps you when the gates get more health. So we just need some more people to get down here, so he'll cast his Spirit Sword down here, because then he'll stop healing some more. But even better if, well, those units would die fast enough, they will reach the gate and will win easier. But when the battle here is over, I'll return to looking at the battles and show you what you can get from it. Because, well, there is indeed a lot of items you can get, and, well, why not look into the gears you can get? Now, as you can see, the battle takes quite some time, and, well, the timer stops all the time every time your heroes needs to throw one of the powers. So it's basically, well, it's basically a bit of a nuisance to watch this going on all the time, because it really takes a long time. It might be the timer is only a couple of minutes long, but the battle is not taking less than 5 minutes, which, well, to some extent is a bit dull. Now, I like the fancy show of this, and they call it historical battle, so I would expect there to be other historic battles that would not emphasize on heroes doing area damage, but other stuffs too. But when that comes, well, they mentioned they released this early, so this is great that they released it early, because then we can test it and we can give our opinion on how to make it better before it hits live. Because I must admit, well, even though it's something different, it's not super exciting either, because I'm just really sitting here waiting, and I've already multiplied the speed with the half I can do for free, and it's still going awfully slow, I think. So I'm not really as excited as I could be, I think. So, but still, it's something else to do, and well, you do get some nice gear for your heroes. As you can see, the one side is finished over here, and they just stand there watching. It's not really helpful at all, and frankly, that's also a bit of a nuisance. I'm not even sure I can make it in time. I'm too slow to killing them. I mean, and basically the enemy units getting there this this late, well, you need to actually have some heroes that kills faster than I do in this battle. And, well, we can watch how much they do, because, well, stunning here with really does a lot, and so does Minus. And he doesn't keep up the killing ratio, though he keeps a lot of health into the gate. So basically I need someone stronger, well, at least a bit stronger, to get past this level. Now, unfortunately I didn't get past it, so I don't get some new items, so it was a bit of a waste. Allow classes, as you can see, area damage here, and manipulators. At first, there's all, well, let's start here. There's the first victory bonus here. That's just an ordinary equipment. You can't really click on it and see how much it gets. You can see here, you can add 80% chance of getting this as a normal thing, 60% chance for one, and 40 for two of these. That's not, I can't click it and see what it's told, but you can look into it other places. Here is a more rare item. Down here you can see it gets less and less fun if you're going up here. I can get this as first victory bonus. That would be surely nice. And you can see it gets more and more chances to get a better equipment here. And once you kind of start the legendary ones here, at stage 8, and you can see down here how much it requires of your heroes, or well, expected strength from them, and it raises a lot of levels, and in the end, level 180, it's quite a lot. Drops random equipment of these sets. So I can actually go down here and see here, Knight set, Ninja set. Here is the Assassin set. Oh, get after that one. And the Monk set. And you can actually see how much it yields. The sets Musketeers set. And here's the Samurai set. Oh, get out there, Samurai set. And finally the Scientist set. Now that's gotta be all of them there is for these types of set. I don't know why it doesn't show for these, because that seems like a minor set. That's according to this one. If you go further back, we look at the old sets here. There's the Archer set, and the Bard set, Shaman set, Squire set, and Warrior set. I think there's actually some more down here, because there's the Hunter set and the Worker set too. So there's a lot of sets to choose from that gives different things here. See, Warrior set here, I think that was in one of the others, and Squire set. Now let's look into how to handle it. Here you get a new building, and it's a good building, basically. And from the, I'll just find the correct research if you haven't done it already. If you need to be past this point, then you get it for free. The equipment is here, and it gives you a free expansion. So make sure when you get this on live that you get the expansion first, and then build the furnace rather than disbanding a building you are rather happy about. So you don't need to delete anything, and the furnace, well, it uses 4 times 4 fields, so it adds up. Now here the furnace is, well, it has this production here, a daily production of 750 at this level. It's right now it's a francs level. No, not so true. It's a francs next level, and you can see here how much I can get here. Daily limits, it's doubled for coins I can sell. There's plus 4 for research points, and plus 900 for goods. I have already spent 2400 goods here. You can see here it gives a little extra here. I'm not sure how that calculation makes sense, because it seems rather odd. But we can just see it effectively here in the conversion rate. Though I have already used all my money, and I used all of my resource here, but basically when you click it, you get this window and you choose which resources you want to use, and you just say 2400. There's no difference between the goods and the amount of embers you get, so choose the one you get the most of and you can spare the best. When you're inside here, there's a minimum, which is basically 1, there's a medium, and there's a maximum. Right now I have 5, so that would be the maximum. Or if I am close to using all 12 I can a day, that would be the maximum to hit, and that's what it will end up with. And as you can see here, every one of these gives me 70 embers. So every research flask gives me 70 embers. So if you look at it here, that 0.01 doesn't really, I'm not sure how to read that. 0.01 research flask gives one of those. Well, it needs to be, it's sort of rounded off, because one of those gives 70, and somewhat I think I would rather see it shown that one research flask gives 70, and then this 0 would make sense, because then it can tell me if it gets me 5 more or 10 more at the next level. This doesn't really make sense. It's unreadable, I think. but that's the way they have chosen to show it. I guess this means next level it will cost 200 coin per ember rather than, well, costing 357.14. Well, again, I think it's kind of unreadable. It's not the optimal way of showing it, but you can see here that's a lot better understandable. It gives 44 more embers per hour when producing. So that is actually easy to understand. There's an info pad here, so you can also look at it, but well, it doesn't make any different sense here. So, well, let's just take the maximum here, because I can always use some more embers. That's 2210. Now to use this new embers and items here, I can go into this hero, and there's a new equipment tab over here, and here I can choose which ones I will have. As you can see here, I can just click it and I can choose from here. I have a mini icon up here telling which hero it's on. So if I, for instance, want the sword instead, well, I can replace it, and replacing it costs, well, embers. In my case, and the age I'm in right now, it costs 50 embers to change, so I want to be sure before doing so. But the only set I have fully is this worker set, and it gives plus 15. I can't remember if this guy has the full worker set. It's not. That's the worker's shirt here. So that is Aminus that has the worker set. I'm not sure the 15 defense works out very well in this in this case. So, but let's just look at it on Aminus, and let's see if we can find him down here along the path. And equipment. Now you can see here. This worker's hammers, it gives more critical damage. Well, it only works if you hit them. And this one, it gives a little more defense also, but it gives also more hit point. It's not really doing anything that's really worthwhile, and at least not in the new historical battles. But that would be worthwhile when you look into the normal battles. But as you can see, there's a bar here that, well, at some point there you can see how well it screens up and down, so you can see if you've been lucky or not, because this is rather lucky. That's rather high critical damage extra, so you can actually use a lot of equipment and get a lot of it, and when you get lucky and it gets all over here, well, you have some of the best equipments that you can actually get, and that's a good way to look into it. And well, there's some explanation here that tells you how much barracks gives, how much awakened gives you, how much relics give you, and again how much equipment gives you, just to help you out and understand how much this totals up, so you can see how much of a difference it makes to have all these sort of things. So to really make it better for him and easier to win that match I just lost, I would need some equipment that hands me more attack. But unfortunately, the only thing that's giving more attack is this item in this hand here. But as you can see, even the squire sword only gives 9, this gives 9, and the hammers give 9. They all give me 9. So if I need more attack, I would need this worker hammer rather than this worker hammer, because that gives more general attack here in the percentage as its special ability. Now, that was a rather long explanation of this. I'll just pause this and win some new items so you can see how it is upgraded. Well, I changed a few things and got these 2 equipments, and finally succeeded in completing this battle. Now let's look into the new equipment we got here and move out of this and move into the hero section. And let's just find the Quinn. That would be an awesome hero to give some equipment here. Now we got something new here. That was a new sword, and if we can level it up here, we'll get the auto level up and the ordinary level up here. and he gets some critical damage. You can already see that now. That will unlock at level 4, which is the highest level for these rather small things. You can actually miss these upgrades, so there is that. That isn't that super great. Now let him just have the Squire Sword here. I think I did win some equipment here too. A Warrior's Mantle. Well, let's equip that too, and then look into it. Let's level it up. It looks like it can be a little higher. It's more rare. And oh, that's some more defense at level 4 and some hit points at level 8. So let's build it up. Well, we can just auto level up, and then you can well, all the way to level 8. Let's last all levels, and we can watch here if it's successful. Oh, that one's failing again. Ah, successful. I love it when it says successful, but there's a minor chance it fails, and apparently it seems to get a bit bigger every now and then. Now it's, well, it's not too much defense and not too much hit points, so I'm not really lucky getting it far past it. I think my record right now is around here at 60% of maximum you could gain. But compared to the others, only giving 9 defense. Well, it seems like 19 is a lot better than, well, the 9 you can get here. If I could just be lucky enough to get a higher value here, that would be just great. The thing that's also missing that I saw some people talk about is if you win this big enough, it would be surely nice if there is an autocomplete here. You use those tickets to autocomplete battles rather than having to going through all those battles over and over again. Now this is already a rather long session, but I think there is one minor thing I want to show you. And well, let's find someone to make this one go out over. And let's see, I need someone I can actually beat here that gives a decent amount of points. Okay, I got these two. Let's just take this Admiral Beta guy. And well, let's just fast forward it. And as you can see, there's a new collective screen where you can both see how much you gain in the arena and the number of rewards you can spend on items in the docks. I think that's about it. Let me just check. Yep, that was it. I'll say thank you for watching this rather long video, but I hope you find it enjoyable and well, let you know everything you wanted to know about the new items we can get, the new equipment, and well, the last 3 slots you can see that was locked, well, they're coming at a later point, so I hope you look forward to see my next video, well, where we hopefully can have this presented to you when it hits beta.